of lightning came and split the pot, and it smashed into 100 pieces, and all the liquid that was left was utter poison, and it flooded down and it poisoned the river and it flowed away. And the horses of Gwyddno Garanhir, Garanhir means long crane. He was a crane king and he had long legs. The horses of Gwyddno Garanhir drank that poison and they all died. Meanwhile, Taliesin knew he was a pilgrim. This is Annika's little scallop shell of St. James. He knew he was being chased by Ceridwen, who was coming to get him. She was actually riding on a white sow, but when I did this I did it as a white swan. The swan is the protection bird of this city, by the way. I feel we have a flock of swans in the docks. He knew he was in trouble, so... Oh, I'm sorry. And he decided to flee. First of all, he turned himself into a fish and jumped into the river, a fish in the west. But she turned herself into an otter and came after him and tried to eat him. So then Gwyonbach turned himself... I did these the wrong way around. First, then he swam all autumn as a fish, being chased, and Ceridwen the otter nearly got him. She has red. She has a red. Ceridwen always has a red hair. Then he turned himself. Gwyonbach turned himself into bonny brown hair, a little hare, and he ran to the north through the lands of winter, through the cold lands of the north. And Ceridwen turned herself into a greyhound, and with red ears, and came flying through the night skies in the north of great terror. Over Glastonbury Tor, the wild hunts there, the dogs with the red ears, and she chased little Gwyonbach, the little white hare, and then the little white hare, I painted these the wrong way, he turned himself into a dove and flew away so the dog couldn't get him. But she turned herself into a red kite with this forked tail, which are now beginning to breed again in Powys. So the red kite came and almost caught the little dove, and almost caught him. So he dropped out of the sky and turned into a snake. And all through the summer he escaped into the summer wheat, but she turned herself into a fiery worm. The worm is the symbol of Somerset, the dragon, the worm. And the dragon came after him and almost got him and started burning the wheat. And then at the last moment before he turned himself into one grain of wheat in a great big pile. And Ceridwen turned herself into a little black chicken with a little red crest on, the black chicken with a red crest, and she found him, she swallowed him. And then she turned herself back into her true form as the White Goddess. And from her womb, 9 months later, was born a little baby. And she took the baby and she put him in a leather boat, a leather coracle. She took the baby and she gave him to the Queen of the Night, the blessings of the Queen of the Night, outside Glastonbury. She took the coracle down into the reeds when all the sea used to come in there from that island where we were, and she pushed him off into the sea, and he floated off over the sea, round the ocean to Ceredigion, Cardigan, a part of Wales. And the king found him. The king's son was out salmon fishing. The tribe had built a salmon weir, and the baby in the basket, like Moses in a leather basket, he'd come and he stuck in the salmon weir. And there was a very unlucky prince called Prince Elfin, and he went down to the salmon weir. He said, "What have I got today? I never catch anything." And he found the baby, and he lifted out the baby, and his forehead shone with a silver star. And he said, "Taliesin, radiant brow, silver brow, radiant one, Taliesin." So that's his name, Taliesin, written in runes there. And the baby started singing prophecies about the land and about the king, and Elfin took him home to his father's court. There's a lot of other stories, but Taliesin grew up to be the greatest bard in Britain. He played on the harp with golden strings. Then he knew the 3 songs. He knew the song to make you laugh, the song to make you cry, and the song to bring sleep. And when he was grown up, he became bard to the king, and the king's name was Arthur.
Star.
So Starbrow, his name was really. Starbrow. And there's her, Ceridwen. She inspires, she's the muse, she inspires poetry and song. But she's also the destroyer. She rides the white sow that crunches the bones of the dead. The white sow is very powerful. Very much in southeast Wales, there's a lot of white sow people down there. That's where some of my mother's tribe, the Morgan tribe, they came out of the sea. A whole different story. Anyhow, that's the White Goddess.
Very nice.
Yeah. Robert Graves wrote a book about it, The White Goddess. Thank you.
Again, it was given to by somebody else that I guess my mother was working for at that time, and that's how I got that name. The people that she was working for, she was, doing their laundry or whatever.
Wanted you to have an English name instead of your Indian name.
Well, most of the Indian people didn't have no this English name as we call.
What is your name?
Well, it's something else besides that.
Okay.
But they only had one name.
Well.
All the native people, long ago, would say just about 500-600 years ago, had their name by animal, flowers, different things,
Yeah.
But the English name come from whoever they worked for at that time.
We only started having surnames when the Normans came here, because they wanted to keep control on people, and it was for taxation reasons.
Yeah.
And so my name is Jones, which means son of John, Shauns. Most surnames are wonderful.
Yeah.
It was like Long Legs became like John Longlegs or something, and then everyone afterwards called Longlegs, whatever.
Yeah. This curtain that you guys got back here, the way we told about a lot of different things, it's a story, but it's the history of the beginning of our life. What we're supposed to be doing is take care of, is just like this thing here. If it was taken care of from the beginning, because this was given to us to take care. The story we always say, but it's not a story. It's how it was put here on this earth for us to follow those things. This is really important for me to hear and see that, made into a curtain to shut the, everything in and keep the daylight from coming in sometimes. My people, that's the reason why they say, 4 seasons that we do, and I think the 4 seasons is really important for us. There's between on all of them seasons. I see on here on the Americans on the same things that what the Indian people really is connected to. Like the new moon is really connected to things that we do and say and really understand those things, but we forgot. We forgot how, because we try to ask those questions here within 30, 40 years ago. And our old people used to tell us, but you people are too smart and too well educated. You're not going to listen to what I have to say to you. And I think this is the reason why today that we are out there lost. Not only the Indian people, but we all are. All the animal life, all the bird life, and so forth. And talking about them huge swans out there, when you feel that connection there with the old water and the new water coming together. The swan was there, like a few thousand years ago, before all this concrete was poured there. And that was their home, that was where they really connected to. And today, few of them swan tried to carry that rules and regulation that was put to them, for them for not to forget. And those regulations are still there. Very few of them swans still there, like you say, maybe 100 or so. They're still trying to carry that through, even if they were disrupted in their life. The life that they're trying to live is really hard for them, but they continue to do what they had to do. And today it shows us that but we don't realize how important it is for our life to be strong as they are, just a very few. And today, most of the people on this earth, very few people still got that knowledge, they still got that strong belief within their self, or the gift that they were given to for them to use. And I think this is one reason why some of us try to lead the things the right way, but there are always going to be interruption all the way, just like the story on the current here. Always something there, you know, try to block you, but you can still overcome it by doing what they're doing. And just like the people today, some of us are put here on this earth to be a teacher, the leader. We need a leader, is awful bad today. But our leader's been told, you guys don't know anything, and don't know how to lead things. And today I see that even within myself. You know, I see that happening ever since that I remember what we should be doing. Not always somebody trying to tell me, well, what do you know about all this? You don't have no education, you don't know nothing. You don't even know how to talk. But this talk I just got in the 40s, I would say in the late 30s, and then I started talking this borrowed language, as I call it. And, you know, some of those words is very hard for me to understand. And today it still goes on. Some of us still, you know, overcoming those things and still letting it happen. And I think this is the reason why the people throughout the country have heard me talk. But why do they have to listen to me? There must be something behind my words, or something there is carrying that into the people. Some of them people, as I see when I talk to them, I don't know what it does to them. It make them understand what I'm saying and make them stand up straight when I start talking to people. Even if I didn't understand what I'm saying, something within me bringing it out to the people. The people really understand what I'm saying to them. So there's a gift still there, it's still strong. But we, the people today, have to, like I say, unite together as to bring this thing out. So all of those things are still there, but they began to lose their self, and today we're wandering around out here and looking for leaders to lead us the right direction. You know, in the native ways, all of the living things out here told the people, like a deer for one, just an example for deer. A deer have told in the native people one time, I'm here for you. If you ever go hungry, yeah, I'll be waiting for you, but make sure you use every bit of me. Don't throw nothing away from me. Those are the reasons why the native people long ago used every bit of that deer. They don't throw nothing away. Even the bone is mashed to ashes and then stewed for different kind of sickness. Even the horn today, still, it's going to be used by the scientists today. I think they began to realize that deer horn, or the horn of any animal, is very important for our cancer, as we call. And the people began to realize how important it is. You know, they used it a long time ago, and we're coming back to the nature way of life. It's very important, because it need that for us to really give those kind of word for them to hear from us, to have their strength. It's very important. So all the living things out there today I talk about is needs our support, needs to hear